morning, YouTubers, friends, followers, subscribers, and those of you that are my Trevorites. But mainly, you know I mean good morning to the subscribers. You're the individuals that keep the channel growing. Well, this morning, go and grab a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. Glass of wine, because we know it's 6 o'clock somewhere. I'm making this up as I go along now. Well, people, listen, thank you for a wonderful day yesterday. Thank you for helping the channel grow. I did put a little thing out in the community comments saying, am I growing organically or am I had restrictions? Now, I find something strange because as I'm talking right now, my channel says I have 85,000.6. But in the studio, last night, I dropped 70 subscribers and I go, boom. It said I reached 85,601. I refreshed it. It went down 85,552. Boom. Just with a refresh. That's not normal. Now, I know my channel's watched by YouTube human reviewers. And I'd like to say, and I'm going to be honest, in my opinion, I believe someone at YouTube is taking the piss. Either it's a disgruntled employee. Is someone getting backhanders? Are you being paid to disparage people? It doesn't make sense. The whole thing doesn't make sense. And one day, I've screenshot the things last night. And when I win my case with the MOD and I have a few pounds in my pocket, I am going to try and get this checked out because I do not believe that I have an equal footship with other YouTubers. It's just my opinion. I did send YouTube an email not that long ago asking for information on this, and they have completely ignored me. So thanks, YouTube, again. See the next billionaire that comes up with a platform to rival YouTube? YouTube's dead. Everyone's going to go across it. Yeah. Anyway, where are we? Well, yesterday, my son went out with the school. He went... it's done now. But anyway, they went to Colchester. He went ice skating. He fell on his wrist, damaged his wrist. I got a call from the teacher to say, Mr. Colt, just to let you know, your son's had a fall on the ice rink. His wrist is really badly, his wrist is really badly swollen, but we've had it checked out by the nurse, and it's just bruised. But if you want to take him to A&E, you can. Okay. Now, you may not like my opinion. Doesn't matter. I said, why would I want to take him to A&E if you said it's okay? Just to check it out. I says, well, listen, right now he's in your care. So if you think he needs an x-ray, it's up to you to take him. So please don't, he's under your care right now. And if he's had a fall and his wrist is swollen, then I suggest you deal with this. Don't pass the buck on to the parents. I'll come and collect them when I need to collect them. Anyway, what happened was my son went swimming. He did everything. They didn't bother in the school. I believe myself and my wife this morning will be putting a formal complaint into the school. Because last night I had to take him to A&E. Spent hours at A&E. He's now got a splint on. Looks like he's damaged a scaphoid bone. And the school let him crack on all day with that. His hand's all quite swollen. So, you know what I mean? Shit teachers, shit schools. Yeah. But you know what? In my head I'm thinking, if my son was a Syrian or maybe a refugee, he may have had an interpreter assigned to him and a nurse and escorted by taxpayers' money to the hospital. It's disgusting how teachers behave these days. And whether you're a teacher or not, I don't want to hear your shit in the comments. That's my opinion, okay? Annoying. Wonder why people don't like schools. Yeah. Well, all the public sector workers have got their 6% pay rise, while pensioners get shit on. It's just shocking. Many of them don't deserve 6% pay rise, I'm honest. Many of them deserve a 6% deduction in their wages for fucking sitting at home with their finger up their ass, watching bullshit TV when claiming expenses. And the BBC journalist, I know he's all over the news, people. I know he's all Hugh Edwards. Yes. Yeah. He needs named. Oh, why did they name him? Oh, he suffers mental health. Bollocks to his mental health. Now, do you know what? I'm meant to be a mental health ambassador. And I'm telling you now, I'm sick of people using mental health as an excuse to carry out heinous crimes. And when they're caught, it's, oh, he's had a meltdown. Oh, he's in hospital. He's suffering. He's not. He's got what is called as a guilty fucking complex. That's what he's got. Yeah, but Trevor, he suffered He's suffered for years and years and years. Yeah, of course he has. So has his victims, okay? I'm sick and tired of people saying BBC presenters. And it's weird how BBC presenters are all going around going, oh, leave Hugh alone, it's not well. Yeah, well, that would come from BBC presenters because that is a corporation steeped in paedophilia and sexual harassment. It flourishes in there. And it's hidden and no one seems to know. You know, we didn't know that took part. We didn't know he was like that. Now you're having all these BBC people coming going, well, he sent me this message. That's quite disgusting. He sent me this message. Look, quite flaturous. Yep, so everyone's going to come out. It's going to be another Savile report. Yeah. Hugh, I mean, and to think Hugh stood there one day in the news and went, Philip Schofield is under investigation for heinous crimes. He must have been talking about himself and going pure red as he read out those statements in the past. I've got no time, and I do not feel sorry for people who use mental health as an excuse to do what they do. Let's just lock them up, throw away the key. Jesus. Wow. Right. The World Health Organization, who are, in my opinion, a massive world cult. Well, guess what they've come out and said? Now, I know and you know that we've got brains and we understand this, but the World Health Organization have now come out and said drinking Diet Coke is okay. Drinking Diet Coke is okay, unless you exceed 14 tins a day. That is the most stupidest statement ever. See, if I was in the World Health Organization and I had a job to look after health, I would say drinking Diet Coke is okay in small doses. That sounds better, in small doses. To say it's okay unless you drink over 14 tins. That is giving dickheads. That is giving people the impression that drinking 13 tins is okay. Drinking 10 tins a day is okay. Use your brain, World Health Organization. Change your message. Lunatics run the asylum. It really is. And Simon Cowell has decided to sell his mansion in Holland Park. Yeah, it's worth £45 million. And he's selling it in Holland Park because he believes that London is no longer safe to live. He's moved with his family out to the country. Right, Simon, that sounds great. Now let's take a step back. If you can spend £45 million in a house in Holland Park, then you can certainly spend £1 million a year in the state-of-the-art security with actual bodyguards. You are safe. You are safe. Stop using this excuse. If you want to go and live in the country, go and live in the country and enjoy your life. But don't make up shit. What else is happening? Oh, Barbara Windsor's widow. Yeah, her widow, Scott, what's his name? Scott. Well, after Barbara Windsor passed away 3 years ago, and finally Scott has found someone he's fallen in love again. Isn't that good news? That is great news for Scott Windsor. That would be a second name, wouldn't it? Anyway, I think it is anyway. It doesn't matter. Scott, he's actually a nice guy. He's actually a nice guy, you know. But yeah, nice to see some good news. Nice to see some good news. Right, I want to finish off with this. For many, many years, I've called out military charities. I've called them out for being reluctant to give out the money that people donate to them to help the people that need it. Now, you got to bear in mind, a few years ago, probably about 6 or 7 years ago, Health for Heroes released this massive statement. It was all over the news. We have now reached £100 million in donations. We have raised £100 million in donations. And it all goes to veterans. And I took a note of that. And then to do all this here, we've provided 4,000 hours here. We've provided 15,000 hours in social care. And I'm going, okay, so you've given it all these hours to help people out. But where's this 100 million? Where's it spent? And then they went, ready? 90p in every pound donated goes to the veteran. Only 10p in every pound, ready, goes to administration. Now, out of this, so far there was no mention of wages, so let's lock that up. Wages, staff. 90p in the pound goes to veterans, 10p goes to administration. So then I wrote to Help for Heroes and I went, you've just launched a campaign to say you've raised £100 million in 10 years. £100 million in 10 years. 90p in the pound goes to the veteran. Does that mean then that in the last 10 years you've spent £10 million on administration? And they went, oh no, that's not how it works. And I went, but that's what you're saying. 90p to the veteran, 10p to admin. You've raised 100 million. So 10 million goes to that. They lie. You know, I've been trying to get the Royal British Legion, Help for Heroes and stuff like that investigated for years, but nobody wants to touch them because they're such embedded in the House of Lords and peers and generals. Everyone's making their money from it. No one wants to cross the line. Well, I'm glad that Sir Captain Tom Moore did that amazing walk. It wasn't an amazing walk. He did a walk up and down his garden. Everyone, thanks to Piers Morgan and the world, he raised 36 million. But what came from that was we got to see that not everyone in Captain Tom's family is upright, standing citizen. We're now seeing that his daughter is a despicable, fraudulent human being. And you know what? That is a fact. Human Reviewer, look at it. Because now we've seen all the things with the swimming pool and the spa and the stuff, and it's being knocked down and this here, and she clears off on holiday. Well, today it's came to light this. Captain Tom's daughter took out furloughs, right? And bailouts. And she took, ready? What was it? She took £47.5 thousand in COVID loans, right? She took over £100,000 in furlough bailouts, even though her company had reported bumper profits. Her company was making so much profit, and she still tried to scam the public and the government. Over £100,000 in bailouts. Why would you need a bailout if on Companies House you're reporting massive profits? You scammer. She needs to go to jail. If there's any justice in this country, she needs to go to jail. If she doesn't go to jail, then everyone else should just scam the government. Just do it. Because you know what? There is no punishment for despicable behaviour. Every day it just gets worse and worse and worse. Wow. Why would you need £47,000 in a COVID loan when you're putting into your company that you are getting massive profits on what you're doing during the pandemic? Doesn't make sense. Just a thief. There we go. Well, people, listen. I'm now going to shoot on. I'm going to head to the pharmacy. I'm going to get I want to get a good wrist support for my son. Make sure it's completely secure. And for those of you that have already left a review on Amazon, I now have 83 or 86 5-star reviews. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for sticking with me. And have a great day, everyone.